first video of the trip of many. We are just now arriving at the airport. He's been at the airport for hours. We've just been lounge hopping. It turns out our ticket gets us into like a lot of different lounges, so we've just been kind of lounge hopping. But we just got rejected at that last one. We had to go through security again, didn't work out. So back to British Airways lounge, and we fly out in 3 hours. So we will update y'all in London probably. Bye.
Okay, so we're getting ready to land. So what we did not update anybody on yet was that our flight was like delayed 2 hours taking off. So we only had an hour layover in London, so we missed our flight to Switzerland. So we haven't heard any updates. They said they'd update us if they had anything. We haven't heard anything. So when we land, we're gonna figure out. We think there's a later flight to Geneva, it's just whether or not we can get on it or not. So we don't know if we're gonna make it to Geneva tonight or tomorrow morning. But we will keep y'all updated.
Amanda,
What?
talk to us. Nope, she's too busy texting. Okay, so I will do it. So this is our hotel here, our little chalet thing, Hotel Gustavia, and we are in Chamonix, and we've got these crazy huge mountains all around us. But we literally only made it about 10 steps outside of our hotel, so we're gonna keep walking. First official hike video. We're doing our first little hike today. It's an easy one. It's only, I think, what was it, 5.5 miles?
Yeah,
5.5 miles to the next town over. Should be a quick one, but we are in a bit of a hurry because it's supposed to storm today, and we're hoping we can catch that window. It rained this morning pretty good, and we're trying to catch the window to make it there. So we're starting, this is Chamonix, and then we will end in where? Argentière, which is like the next town over.
I don't know how to pronounce any of these names because they're all in French.
Sounds good to me, Argentière, that sounds super French.
Road a little bit longer than expected, but we were able to find the trail at the next town over, and now we're walking along this really pretty little river instead of having to walk on the road.
So if you can't hear what we're saying, it's because of this super cool river we're hiking next to, which this is so much better than the road that we were on. Pretty nice. We've got like 2 miles or something, I don't know. Yeah, we're not sure, we got about an hour left.
And so far the rain's holding off.
No rain so far, knock on wood. So we're just now getting into Argentière. We're looking for a hotel somewhere around here. and we beat the storm.
So I can't remember if I checked in yesterday or not, but yesterday was our first day in Chamonix and we just went shopping, found a little bit of gear. We found some really nice lightweight harnesses to replace our big harnesses. We went up to the top of one of the, I don't know how to say it, Achilles mountains. That was opposite of Mont Blanc, so we could see Mont Blanc. Went up in a little chairlift and a gondola type deal over to the top of it. And then today was supposed to rain, and this is the day that we were walking to Argentière. Matt woke up around, I think, like 5:45, 6, and it was raining. I woke up around, I think, like 8 o'clock, 7 or 8, and it had finally stopped raining. So we went to the post office to mail some of our gear back that we're not using, and then we walked to Argentière. Luckily, it did not rain on us the entire time. It's a pretty easy walk. It took like, what was it, like 2.5 hours, Matt?
Under that.
Just under 2.5 hours. We got here to a little like, not quite a bed and breakfast, not quite a hostel. And then Matt's feet were actually hurting from that hike, and so we needed to go find a pair of tennis or new hiking boots for him. Went to back to Chamonix on the train, which our place gave us free bus or train tickets, which was nice. So we're back to Chamonix. We did quite a bit of shopping for shoes, and Matt actually found a pair that he really, really, really likes. He says they're the most comfortable hiking shoes he's ever worn. And now we're back in Argentière, about to sleep. And tomorrow we hike to Trient. And it should be a pretty good hike. It looks like it's supposed to be good weather tomorrow. So hopefully it stays that way.
So, this is our first night on the trail, basically. We're in this little, it's called Haute, which is basically like a, kind of like a hostel, but not exactly. It's technically like a French farmhouse that's been turned into a living quarters or a holiday house or something. But we've got a mess as we're packing up our stuff. It's like 7 in the morning. We're already showered and cleaned. We're ready to go to, we're in Argentière. And today we're hiking 10 miles or so to Trient, which is officially Switzerland. So we'll be in Switzerland at the end of the day. Today is day 2 of our hike. We're leaving Argentière. We're going to end up in Marigny?
They were saying
Martigny. We're going to end up in Martigny by way of Trient. And we're just kind of making our way through the town a little bit. There's Amanda.
Hi.
So we will do a lot more videos today. It's a nice pretty day today, very sunny. Bonjour. We're 2.5 miles in to our hike. We got this lovely view greeting us when we come around this little bend here. We've been pretty much in the woods the whole time. Come up this hill. There's Amanda. And you get this nice little glade out there. Cool little village hiding in it. I think we're maybe going to that village. We're gonna hit one of these villages. Do you know what the name of that one is?
I think that's
Les Tours, perhaps? And then over this way is Argentière, that we came from. See you at Les Tours. Alright, we're climbing up out of the valley to the top. We're making our way to the pass today, right now. And we've got I don't know if you can hear it on the GoPro, but we've got all these cows just making a racket with their big cowbells that they've got. Pretty funny. There's a gondola up there for all the cheaters, but not us. See you at the top. Well, we just did a 1,000-foot climb in a very short amount of time. It was kind of a major climb. That was fast. We're tired, but we should only about halfway through the hike. Got a ways to go. So we're stopping and have kind of a long lunch and rest and get our feet back under us before we continue on to, I forget the name of the pass, Le Bloc or something like that. Col de Bloc? Something like that.
I'm so tired. So we are walking down from the pass. We think our city's like right there. I don't know if you can see, but there goes Matt off in the distance walking. And then those are the mountains we're headed towards in the next few days.
Well, I think that's our village we're ending up in right there, straight ahead. We've got that big peak back there, and you can't really tell from the perspective, but that's about 3,000 feet we just climbed down in about 2 miles. That sucked.
We're tired.
And today was,
Today was
the guidebooks say today's the easy day. So, we went 3,000 feet up, 3,000 feet down, 10 miles, and today's the easy day, so cool. All right, looks like we're about to end up in, shoot, what's that town called? Arola? No, not Rolla.
This is Lake Beauty.
Lake Beauty.
We're gonna go through it to Trient.
Trient.
And then we're gonna take a bus to Martin.
Bus to Martigny. All right.
All right, so we are officially walking into Lake Beauty. There's Matt. And this will be our first Swiss town. So the pass that we went through earlier, I don't remember if I took any pictures or filmed it there, but we went across a pass earlier, Col de Balme. That was the French-Swiss border. But even though we're in Switzerland, it's supposed to still feel very French.
And we did just realize that we just walked to another country.
Yeah, we think this is, I'm pretty sure this is the first time we've ever walked from one country to another.
It's not something that happens that much.
So that's pretty cool. Alright, we are officially in our first Swiss village. This is country 19 for both of us. How are you feeling?
My feet hurt.
Feet hurt? And he's even got on his new fancy boots. I don't know if I can see if I'm getting them or not.
They're fancy. They're German.
Kind of proud of us. I mean, day one of the Haute route, pretty much done. We just have to figure out...
Day two.
Or day two. Day two. So, now we just have to figure out how to get a bus to our hotel.
4 days till rest day. I'm thinking.
We made our bus and we didn't miss it. We figured it out kind of fast.
So this is Martigny, the town we're staying in tonight. It's, you can only see this mountain in the distance, but it's surrounded by mountains everywhere. And we're trying to find some food. This place is big, a big town. It's like tens of thousands of people big. We didn't expect that because everywhere else we've been has been like 100 people big. So we'll find some food. Okay, I'm gonna do another video because now we can see more. So this is Martigny. It's this big, it's like we're in like a big valley between huge mountains, and the GoPro doesn't really show you how big they are, but I mean, there's like giant mountains every direction, and we're just in this big valley. We've been staying at little tiny towns. This one's like a big city. I mean, it's got to be like
big enough that I can't believe we haven't heard of.
It's got to be like 30,000 people, maybe more, maybe 50,000. And it's like this whole valley is just full. Whenever we were driving in, and we drove through this mountain, we drove like pretty much over that down into the valley. And now we're trying to find food. There's Amanda over there. We're sitting in a bus stop at Martigny, waiting for the bus to take us up to our next hike, which is, we got to go over this, and the hike's over here. Didn't have too great of a night last night of sleep. We had no air conditioning, it was burning up. Pretty uncomfortable all night, so we didn't sleep good. But we got a pretty hard hike today. We got to bust it out, and then the next 2 days should be really easy. So we're just gonna bust today out, and that's pretty much it right now. I'm already sunburned, day 2, and I'm fried.
So currently our plan for today is we are going to take what's called the bovine route, which is the lower route. It's supposed to be from Trient to Champex. But since we took the bus from Trient to Martigny last night, we're not going to take the bus all the way back to Trient. We're going to take it back to Col de Forclaz. That was like partway up the mountain between Trient and Martigny, where we are now. Because we're doing the bovine route, we're actually going to bypass where we're staying tonight and then have to walk like an hour back. So we tried to cut a little bit of time off since we're adding a little bit of time to that tonight. So we'll see how that goes. We're not doing the high route with the pass because everything we've read says that there's a bunch of what's called scree on the other side, which is just like loose rocks and almost like sand, and they said it's like walking through sand, and so we don't want to do that. And apparently this bovine route is the original Haute route anyways, so that's our plan for right now. See you tonight.
Alright, so we're beginning day 3, just now starting. There's the trailhead. What is this place called? I can't remember.
Col de Forclaz.
Col de Forclaz. We just had a little petit déjeuner, and so now our bellies are full, ready to hike. Got a sunny day again today, which is good, and it's about another 5.5 hour total, like hike time, but we'll probably be about another, probably take a 7.5, because we like to stop and do photos and eat lunch and stuff like that. And that's where we're going. And then those tall mountains back there is actually where we passed through yesterday. It's where we crossed yesterday. So we're walking. We've been climbing this mountain for a little over 1,000 feet. We just come across this big meadow up here out of the blue. Got tons of cows over there. Bonjour. Fly getting me. I got flies out here too. Let's see. Keep walking now.
Oh, you know, just a herd of cattle casually coming down an out mountain.
GoPro, take a photo.
There's where they came from.
Bonjour. These are the kind of views we get on the Haute route. That's actually the town we stayed in last night. Marigny. Now we're going to this little cattle ranch that's also a like a bar. Gonna have a beer.
So we just made it across the pass up there, and we're walking down. Not sure where we're gonna end up, but right over there in the distance is where we're headed for the moment. It's supposed to have like some refreshments and stuff, and we think that might be Mont Blanc there in the distance, but I feel like maybe that might be the wrong direction. I'm not sure. And then you can see a little town on a hill there, and then down into the valley.
Oh, I want that. I want a picture of that. Think peas like you. Oh yeah, that's on video.
Feels like home. So here's all the cows just leisurely napping, and that's where we're supposed to be eating lunch. You know, just the norm.
We got Swiss beef jerky, Swiss sausage things, whatever, and Baby Bell cheese. We're sitting in this little babbling brook, resting our feet, cooling them off after a pretty decent hike. We came from above the top of that mountain, and we're going down a little bit further. So that's where we are now. So we're, oh, there's the town right there, or a town. I don't know if it's over. That's not that far away at all. So we're, man, we're on this like easy path. We've been on it for like 2 miles now. Today was kind of some hard walking. The trail was not easy today, but it was very beautiful. And now we're on this like almost like a mountain road. It's a piece of cake, and we're making great time, and our feet are feeling good, and well, they're feeling better than if we were on what we were. Yes. Amanda says no, we're not. So yeah, hopefully we've only got about another couple miles left.